sure many artists and musicians through this period have created extraordinary work. Wendy and I decided to look to the future and look to something more optimistic to try to lift our own spirits.
Nick and I met through a mutual friend who thought we'd get along well. And we shared so many interests in the visual arts, theatre, film, particularly photography, and of course music. I was also looking for a producer to work with on my vocal album, and I loved Nick's work.
As the world had completely changed over the last year, Wendy and I decided to continue working together after finishing her solo album, and instinctively felt that we should create something together that reflected our times and what we were all going through together.
As time evolved, and given the experience of the last year, we found ourselves on separate sides of the world and still wanted to continue our collaboration.
Somehow we figured out a fantastic, efficient way to make that work, but we were very focused on what we wanted to do.
So we started writing and sending each other pieces of music and adding to one another's tracks.
We didn't really know what it was or what it was going to turn into. We set out to write some instrumental music together which combined synthesizers and classical instruments, specifically the violin.
I started by writing a lot of atmosphere and textures with the violin and effects pedals, and also vocals, and building them up, building textures.
The title track, The Fall of Saturn, it's got a real sadness and melancholy to it, yet at the end there is real hope too. After we'd amassed several tracks together and we understood more about the sound that we were creating, it somehow became obvious that it was related to the universe. I suppose a lot of our references were mythological and futuristic and scientific.
Nick and I were attracted to ancient mythology for its narrative and theatricality, the universe and astronomy for its infinite inspiration.
What was thrilling about working with Wendy was that she has no fear as a musician and performer. She's always delving into the unknown and looking for a new way to create something that you haven't heard before.
The sound of Astronomia is otherworldly and ethereal. It's like something you've never heard before.
It quickly became obvious that we were pouring all of our emotions into these pieces, and the music said so much more than any words could have done.
Astronomia is a very ambitious project. When Nick and I first started working together, we never imagined that we would end up having 52 tracks and 4 albums worth of material.
Sixth Planet from the Sun is the last track on this album, and I think it's a fitting end to the record because it sort of guides you into the next piece. It represents more of the size and awe of the universe. Astronomia is full of dreams.